Internet. I'm Matt Haas. Do you know what the term taxonomy means? Yeah, taxonomy. Well, as a web developer, I am all about taxonomy. When I look at the world, I see things in different classifications. And it's good when you're a content creator that you manage your assets and think about how you are using taxonomy. Let me explain. First, Robin's Buys and DIYs is here, and so is Marilyn. Hello, hello. Yesterday's topic on All Things YouTube Live, that's my other YouTube channel, All Things YouTube. I do live shows. I do all my live shows on Monday. Hello, Wit Profit. I talked about the topic of the last show was file management. Now listen, this does not sound like a very exciting topic, but I did drop some knowledge bombs that will save you time consistently every day for the rest of your life. It was actually a very good topic. There's one more piece to that topic I'm going to cover on this morning's show, and that's taxonomy. If you're familiar with the Next Generation Star Trek series that was on, Captain Picard would always order his tea from the food synthesizer, whatever it was called, and he would order it in a certain way. It would be tea Earl Grey hot. Why did he choose that sequence to order his tea? Because the computer can rearrange the molecules into anything that you want to eat. And it has a large catalog of items that the machine could produce for you. But why tea Earl Grey hot? Well, that is the proper taxonomy. And by ordering it that way, you are limiting your choices in the most amount of steps, which means the computer will have to spend less energy and power picking what you want to choose. Let me explain. When you declare T, all items in the database that are not T have been excluded. So if there was 1 million items, maybe only 100 of those items are T, or things that could be classified as T. Maybe even just one item would be classified as T. So with just declaring T, you have excluded a very large percentage. If the first statement was hot, well then half the food on the menu would be hot and half the food on the menu would be cold. So if you'd said hot as your first item, if you had 1 million opportunities, 1 million different items in the database, you would be down to 500,000. But when you say T, you're down to, maybe 1,000 different things, 1,000 different combinations of T. Although T is one food item, it's there could be there could be peach tea and Earl Grey tea. That's two, so T could have different classifications. So T that's a good jump. Now that you've done this, your second order is Earl Grey. What kind of tea? Now you've excluded peach, you've excluded green tea, you've excluded everything. So you went from 1 million possible opportunities. The first statement got it down to about 1,000, and then your next statement got it down to 2, hot or cold. Tea Earl Grey hot. Each statement had the maximum amount of removal of potential opportunities from the database. And that's how you have to think when you're classifying your stuff. Maybe you're making folders full of stuff. What's the way to maximally exploit this concept to make it easier on you? biggest small to smallest, but you have to think of it as search results. I think of this when I'm dealing with business problems and you have to create a system to deal with those business problems, or you have to advise people on how to create a system dealing with business problems. What's the problem you're trying to solve? How is the data supposed to be structured? Taxonomy is an important part of that. In my taxonomy, this is the top level. The top level is the property that asset, could be a video, could be a JPEG, could be an image, could be an audio file. So that's my top level over here. And then I go down from there. Then I have videos. So all assets associated to a video. An asset could be a JPEG associated with a video, a thumbnail, for example, could be the MP4 file, the video, but if it's a video or marketing. So like my first step is the property, and then the next one is the main deliverable, a video, and then I can go down further from there. Be specific of what you are asking for. Yes. So anyway, I just thought I would throw that out there because the way he ordered was very, very deliberate. If he would say hot tea Earl Grey, the computer would spend a lot more processing power trying to pick that one item out of a million different opportunities. He went from 1,000,000 to 1,000, all the different combinations of tea, and then from that 1,000, he went to 2. He went to Earl Grey, and it could either be hot or cold, and then the last one was hot. Tea, Earl Grey, hot. Star Trek. Teaches you something about taxonomy. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a formal All Things YouTube video about file management, and I'm going to take what I talked about here and take what I talked about on yesterday's All Things YouTube Live and make a 3-minute video out of it. I know a lot of people cut up their live streams and repurpose it, but I'm going to actually try and make a super tight edited video out of that. We'll see how it resonates. That makes sense. Thanks for the tip. You're welcome. Highly logical. Yes. It is highly logical. And speaking of Star Trek, did you see this? Let me get up for just 1 second. I think I showed this off. I got my limited edition Star Trek Tribble card from Dave and Buster's. I was there, so I did win this recently, so I think that's apropos. All right, I got to go. Drop a big old like. Stay awesome, everyone. I'm going to be creating some content this evening. I'm happy about that, so keep an eye on all of the YouTubes. And if you're not following me on Twitter, hey, I'm over there now. That's fun. I got to go. Love you all. Bye.